Welcome back to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. Clash in Paris has just gone off the air 11, well, a little while ago. It's 11:05 UK time here. Do I wish I could get the 4 hours back that I've just watched that pay-per-view? Probably, but we'll get into it anyway. Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed kicked off Clash in Paris, and it was okay. I mean, Roman Reigns' fourth match in 2025. You knew something was going to happen in this match because Roman is obviously going off filming another Street Fighter, I think, at the end of this. And I don't think Roman is actually booked next till Survivor Series. So, 3 months away again. But nevertheless, this was good. I mean, it was a good elevation for Bronson Reed. The match done 20 odd minutes. Lots of big, we say this quite a bit, big meaty men slapping the hell out of each other, and it didn't disappoint on that part. Roman Reigns did pick up the win with the spear, but it was everything that happened after the match, really. Roman celebrating, he got his shoes from Paul Heyman, locked him in the guillotine choke. So the tribal thief is no longer, as Roman has the shoes back, or so we thought. As Roman is on the announce table with Michael Cole getting some things to get Clippy's to untie his shoes with, out pops from the other table Braun Breaker and he spears Roman Reigns through the English announce table at this point. Then Bronson Reed is awakened. And it's tsunami after tsunami after tsunami. Jey Uso comes out. He gets a spear for his troubles. And really, one more tsunami. Adam Pearce sends everybody out. Roman Reigns stretchered out of Clash in Paris. But we know why. That's the thing. There's no real injury there. Roman is just off filming Street Fighter and probably back for some kind of War Games match, which may involve Seth Rollins' division. We'll get into a bit more of that in a second. But as matches go, yeah, it was fine. It was a good match, nothing special, but it did elevate Bronson Reed. And I think the whole point of the Seth Rollins group is it will elevate people like Braun Breaker, people like Bronson Reed. So it's doing its job right now. We had the World Tag Team Championship match next, which was the Wyatt Six against the Street Profits. The Street Profits winning a number one contenders match this past Friday on SmackDown. It was Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy, by the way. I don't know if the Wyatt Six can freebird the championship or championships on that from that note. B-Fab was with the Street Profits, good Borderlands style entrance from the Street Profits. The only interesting bit about this match was we'll go back to SmackDown. Uncle Howdy was kind of teasing the two sides. It was the Street Profits, and forgive me, I can't remember who the other team was. The Street Profits were facing on SmackDown, but oh, it was Mellow Don't Miz. That was it. And Uncle Howdy was kind of getting into their heads, both the teams' heads at this point. And the one thing coming out of this was a potential split of the Street Profits. I think Montez wanted to start the match. Angelo kind of tagged in or sort of pushed him away and said, "No, I'm starting it." So there was a little bit of, uncohesiveness. It's a big word for a 10 past 11 on a Sunday night. Uncohesiveness from the Street Profits in this. And it makes me wonder, we was always wondering, for about a year, even since we've started this podcast, about 3 years, we all kept saying that it's Montez Ford, Montez Ford's the big turn that's going to happen. Montez Ford's the big turn that's going to happen. He's the star out of this. But it was Angelo Dawkins that's kind of instigated this a little bit now. And he's gone on social media since then and was like, he's not happy about something or he's at his wit's end. And either Uncle Howdy's got into their heads very, very well, or the Street Profits' time is up and they're going to be split up in the near future. We've been waiting for it. The finish of this was actually Nikki Cross was hiding under the ring. Got B-Fab involved. Uncle Howdy hits the forgot the finish. Our sister Abigail onto one of the street. I think it was Tez, and he got brought into the ring. They hit their finish, and that was it. So very uneventful, other than little bits of tweak, little bits of teasingness here and there of perhaps all not being well within the Street Profits. We'll leave it up for you and everybody else to decide whether that is leading to a champion, a split of the Street Profits. Right. It's Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella now for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. 15 minutes of my life that I really want to get back. It was horrific, to be quite honest with you. It was absolutely horrific. And look, some of the stuff in there was so sloppy. I mean, Nikki Bella went for some kind of spinball drop kick off the second rope, missed Becky Lynch by about 3 miles, and Becky Lynch was considering selling it. It's going to be all over social media as it is. It is already all over social media. It is. To be honest, the less said about this match, the better. It wasn't great at all, and to the surprise of absolutely nobody, Becky Lynch retains the championship, and yeah, it really just. It was bad. That's really all I can say about that one. It was really bad. But the good news is the action did start picking up after this, and we went into the good old-fashioned Donnybrook match between Sheamus and Rusev, who have been feuding for quite some time on Monday Night Raw, pretty much there or thereabouts since Rusev's return, which has been very underwhelming, by the way. I think I saw a tweet that I really absolutely agreed with, and it was that Rusev needs Lana because without Lana, he's nothing. And to be quite honest, very much agree with that comment. Without Lana, I don't think Rusev is anywhere near the where he was prior to having Lana in his corner. So yeah, he's been bad. But Sheamus and this one in the good old fashioned Donnybrook. Yeah, I was good with this one. This one was really good. It went in and out of the ring. They had kendo sticks, chairs. They went through tables. They went through the bar at one point during that match, and they just kicked the living bejesus out of each other for 20 minutes, and it was really, really good to be fair. So I do give props to Sheamus and Rusev. The problem is with this is I don't really think anyone. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Paris, France, fans over in Paris absolutely loved it. They were all over it. They were going to be. They're a great set of fans, and they just loud, and of course they loved it, but does anyone really care about Sheamus? Let's say about Sheamus because we all know the one thing eluding Sheamus is the Intercontinental Championship, which he really does deserve to win. But I look at this match on the grander scheme of things, and I think, well, what's what does anyone get out of it? What has Rusev got out of it? What will Sheamus get out of it? And I don't think it's anything, to be honest with you. So, yeah, not massively bothered about it, but it was the best match of the three, sorry, that we had prior to that. This one was the best one as it stood. That will change. But as it stood, that one was the best match. WWE went through about 4 million commercials for WrestlePalooza coming up at All Out weekend, September the 21st. It's the first one on ESPN. So they are literally covering near enough every single break of every single match. WrestlePalooza, WrestlePalooza, WrestlePalooza. It's like we didn't know it was happening. And it's also like we didn't know that it'll probably be John Cena, Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza, WrestlePalooza, WrestlePalooza. I should have gone through every match saying WrestlePalooza's coming up on ESPN, actually. I didn't think of that, and I should have done. So yeah, WrestlePalooza, everybody, September the 21st. Yeah, Jesus. But now we come to, in my opinion, match of the night. And if you know me and you know how I felt about this guy over the years, for me to sit here and say John Cena match of the night, it would have never come out of my mouth. But him and Logan Paul had a 25, 26 minute match, and it was great. And it wasn't just Logan Paul making it great. John Cena had his hand in making this match great. John Cena was pulling out. He pulled out an Angel's Wings. He pulled out a Styles Clash, a Code Red. There was Zigzag from Logan Paul in this. Michael Cole even mentioned a Cesaro-like uppercut from Logan Paul. I was quite surprised he used the name Cesaro in this, but yeah, this was really good. I have to say, and again, going through the years of me and Cena, there's definitely been a love-hate relationship. And listen, when I say the word hate, it's not of him. It was the way the WWE booked him, and but this was terrific. John Cena is going all out to make these last few uh, matches mean something. I mean, the last couple that he's had, we had that really disappointing one at WrestleMania against Cody Rhodes. We had wasn't a great one with Punk either. But since he was Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, we've started to see it now. And this one with Logan Paul was great. It was just a normal one-on-one match. We didn't get any chairs or anything in this. It was just a really solid one-on-one match. And look, people that don't believe in Logan Paul need to go and watch it because Paul held his own in there with yeah, probably arguably the GOAT in wrestling. And it was a great match. And Cena did pick up the victory in the end with an AA, a couple of AAs needed in this one, but pulled out monkey flip as well, just of the other moves out of his arsenal that he was coming out. Logan Paul did do a "You Can't See Me," the five knuckle shuffle, and it was worse than some of John Cena's ones. To be fair, that was yeah, that's not criticism either. It's just an observation of what we're watching. But that match, for me, match of the night, John Cena won. The only thing I was thinking at the point of John Cena coming back, because he went around the ring, he saw the kid in Belgium again, the one that when John had first turned heel, he had cut the promo on. He went out there, he went and kissed his wife, and then he come back in the ring. Now, at the point of him coming back in the ring, I instantly screamed Lesnar. I thought the music was going to hit for Brock. It didn't. There was rumors that he was in France. Are they saving him for Monday Night Raw? I don't know. But there were rumors were that he was in France, and I was a little bit surprised they didn't do anything, considering it's WrestlePalooza next month. Everybody, it's the first one on ESPN. If you didn't know, um, but no, he didn't. He didn't show. But Cena picks up a massive victory. And don't forget, Nick Aldis has already said a few times on SmackDown, "Hey, Brock's called," and we haven't found out what Brock had wanted. Maybe it's a match at WrestlePalooza. Who knows? And but anyway, now we get to the main event. Now, before we get to the main event, Adam Pearce has kicked out Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. He has said that if they show up during the main event, they're suspended indefinitely without pay. Paul Heyman's at the hospital after being guillotine choked by Brock Lesnar by Roman Reigns earlier on in the evening, and then he's come out and said they had an interview with Seth, and he's like, if I can't win this match on my own, maybe I don't deserve to win the championship. Fair comment. Three men get in the ring. It's Seth Rollins, it's LA Knight, it's Jey Uso, it's CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. This was good. I enjoyed it. It was a good main event. I was intrigued at the way that Seth Rollins was going to win. In my opinion, Seth Rollins was walking out of Paris with that WWE Championship. I was just intrigued to see how he was going to do it without Bronson and Braun. I kind of thought they would come in and do a run-in or something at the end to, I know they would be suspended, but perhaps they would do it in something, maybe masks or something along those lines where it'd have been obvious, but you just couldn't tell because they didn't take the masks off, that kind of thing. Um, but these four guys really left it in the ring. It was a really solid main event, going through tables again. LA Knight took a really nasty one through the table at the back end of the match. Punk went through a table as well, bit of a soft one though, but he went through. Looked tired. I think that tour is thing. And speaking of tours, just before we get to the end of this, WWE are coming back to Europe in January ahead of the Royal Rumble. They're going to come and do the tour of Europe again, a bit like they did before WrestleMania. They're coming back to the Europe and London. I think Northern Ireland, and I'm pretty sure Scotland have got live television tapings. London has SmackDown on the 16th of January, and I think Northern Ireland has got Raw on the Monday. So, just a quick other point. We've seen video service online again about fans really attaching themselves to wrestlers as they walk around the streets, and Rhea Ripley got absolutely smothered again. I think Punk mentioned it this week. Sheamus was being bombarded. Look, guys, it is not okay, right? I hate fucking people that go out, that sit outside hotel rooms, the guys' hotels. I think it's sad, right? They need their own downtime in this. People can comment and go, well, you're famous. This is what happens. No, you don't sit outside hotels. Get a fucking life, for one. You don't do that. Number two, you don't stalk the wrestler when they're walking. If they walk past you, acknowledge them. By all means, ask them for a picture or an autograph or whatever. But you don't stalk them. You don't wait outside of a hotel for them to move. It's ridiculous. It got to a point in France where security had to walk the wrestlers out, and you saw that pictures earlier on. It's a disgrace. Over here, people in the United Kingdom are just as bad for it. I've seen it. I've seen pictures of outside the hotel. Just stop it. Honestly, it's pathetic, and you're pathetic for doing it, to be quite honest with you. Get a fucking life and let them live theirs a little bit, because they don't get to live theirs like you live yours because their job doesn't let them do it. So be respectful to them. Absolutely pathetic. Anyway, sorry. That was a bit of a rant, going on a rant about, um, but it's true. Anyway, main event was finishing up. CM Punk looked as if he had the match won. Seth Rollins tried to stomp him through the chair. He moved. Seth's foot went through the chair. Um, Punk hits him in a GTS. Rollins has done this before. Punk has hit him in a GTS. Rollins hits the ropes. He drapes back over CM Punk. Punk goes for a second GTS, and someone behind, and then gets low blowed by someone behind him in a mask. And when I instantly saw the stature of the person behind, I instantly said Becky Lynch. And that's exactly who it was. Becky Lynch comes in and prevents CM Punk from winning the championship. So they both cost Punk the championship. But the rumors will now start to swell if AJ Lee may make a comeback to the WWE to go against Seth and Becky, the power couple in WWE. Will that happen? Will we get that? Is going to be an interesting one to see what happens, because I can guarantee you now, social media is going to be alight with AJ Lee's coming back, AJ Lee's coming back, AJ Lee's coming back. Maybe she'll be back at WrestlePalooza, everybody, because if you don't know, it's on September the 21st, live on ESPN over in America. Or if you're American, just get a VPN and go on fucking Netflix and watch it for nothing. Um, but anyway, uh, that's going to set the rumor mill flowing. It could happen, guys. It could happen. It would be a damn sight better than the Becky Lynch match we saw this evening. That's for sure. But look, Clash in the Castle, Clash in the Castle. Fucking hell. You can tell it's late, guys. I apologize. Clash in Paris is done. We move on. Raw tomorrow night, live in Paris. Should be a good one. Or Lyon, or wherever they're going to be in Monday. Should be a good Raw this week. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the week on the channel Exodus Pro. Invade us again. That's recordings only, by the way. We're going to be sitting down with J Rock, with Love Doug, and of course with Gannon Jones Jr. of Exodus Pro. But dropping this week, my interview with Luke Gallows, who's coming over to the UK in a couple of weeks as well. So be good to see him in the UK. Watch the interview. If you're a wrestling promoter as well, watch the interview. You'll You will enjoy it. But guys, look, this has been the Clash in Paris review on the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast with me, Adam Cousins. Catch us at HTT Buckle on X, HTT Buckle on YouTube, Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast on TikTok, Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast on Instagram, Blue Sky, anywhere you can grab a social. Go and check us out. We've been really happy and really humbled by the amount of interactions and engagements we've been having on social media. We can't do that without you, so please carry on doing it. It means the world to us. We hope you enjoy what we're doing on this channel as well, and there is so much more to come. Believe that. But for now, everybody, get some rest, get some sleep, and we'll start the week tomorrow with another podcast. But until then, everybody, buckle down, stay safe, and don't forget, WrestlePalooza.